So I was able to get out to the theater this past weekend and finally get a chance to watch Sonic 2. This is a movie that I've been anticipating for a while, but does it live up to the hype, or is it just another doomed video game movie? Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Robert Storms. As always, if you guys are finding me for the very first time, please do me a favor, smash that thumbs up and subscribe button. That way you guys can stay up to date on all future content here on the channel. Also, I'm going to throw in a shameless plug right now and promote my secondary channel. It's video game related channel. I do everything that I do here on this channel, whether it be news, reaction, trailer reactions, reviews, live streams, but in video game content only. So that channel will be linked in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment. We're trying to get up to 1,000 subscribers, so if you guys please show your support, click on the link below in the pinned comment in the description and go over there and subscribe to the channel. So let's get to Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Now this past weekend, it has broke the record for the highest video game movie opening of all time. The first movie I thought was a very, very pleasantly surprised movie. There was a lot of damage control with that film. Like when that first initial trailer came out and we saw the design of Sonic, people just lost their mind. But big props to the director and Paramount for going back and changing that design. And a lot of people went out and supported that movie because Paramount listened to the fans, something that you don't see a lot of other studios do. So I was actually really hyped for Sonic 2 because I enjoyed the first movie so much. And we had the end credit scene with Tails, and they introduced Knuckles in this movie. So how was the movie? Did it live up to the hype? Was it just as good as the first one? Is it another failed video game movie, a failed sequel? Well, I'm just going to give you my personal thoughts on this, and I'm not going to avoid any spoilers, so I'm going to just talk as if I would talk to you guys as if you were here and you were a friend of mine. So I went in the movie and I was pretty excited because I did really enjoy the first one. I thought the first Sonic movie was one of the best video game movies ever made. I still think Mortal Kombat was the best, but Sonic was right up there with Detective Pikachu as a movie that actually cared about fans and cared about the source material, where a lot of video game movies don't do that. Just recently, we had Uncharted, which didn't feel anything like an Uncharted video game or anything to do with that property. We had Raccoon City, Tales of Raccoon City, the Resident Evil movie, which was just absolutely awful. Last year, we had Mortal Kombat, which they introduced a character that was not in the game. They made him a main character, and he was fighting Goro in a trailer park. So they make these video game movies, and they don't really pay attention to what makes these games special. Even the Tomb Raider reboot, they try to go tongue-in-cheek cheesy with it, but if you played the reboot by Crystal Dynamics, they're more like grounded in reality, survival, like really dark and gritty. So these studios just don't understand. But the people that did Sonic seems to really understand these properties, because they went out and they delivered a movie that, in my opinion, is far superior than the first one. A movie that I really enjoyed in the first Sonic movie. I think the second one took that and went above and beyond what they can do. Everything from the characters, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, being done right, being done with care. Like they actually care about the source material. Like, I know that's hard to believe, but a studio and a director and a writer who cares about the actual source material. Like, they do Sonic and Tails and Knuckles so much justice. Robotnik is so well done. I had a couple friends that felt like Jim Carrey hammed it up a little too much in this one, where he kind of held back in the first one. This one, Jim Carrey kind of goes like straight like Looney Tunes, but I think that they wrote a good reason why that happens, because at the end of the first movie, Dr. Robotnik was sent to this mushroom world where he stayed there for months and months and months, if not years, just stranded on this planet with no one else to talk to, and he loses his mind. So when he finally gets back to Earth, he's messed up in the head. It's the same thing like you would see people who are stranded on an island for months to years, right? They're messed up in the head after a while. Like, they go nuts. And I feel like that's what Jim Carrey was trying to portray when he came back as Robotnik. Like, yes, he was much more crazier and insane, acting like, you know, crazy Jim Carrey would do, whether it be Ace Ventura or The Mask or whatnot. But there's a reason for it, because he was stranded on that planet for so long by himself that he just lost his mind. I thought Knuckles, portrayed by Idris Elba, was just a standout character, the best part of the movie, like 100%. The relationship between Sonic and Tails was just phenomenal. They did it so well, and the fact that Knuckles and Robotnik was working together, and that all ties up nice and neatly at the end. They introduced, like I said, spoiler alert, guys, they introduced Super Sonic at the end. They explained the Chaos Emeralds, the Master Emerald. Like, they explain all this lore, and if you're a fan of Sonic, there's so many Easter eggs and references that just makes you happy, whether it be the coffee shop name being the Mean Bean, like that's a reference from the video game Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. They show the Sega Genesis manual. Even at the end, Sonic calls Tails by his actual name. I don't know how many people actually know that, but Tails does have an actual name. His nickname is Tails. That's not his actual name, but Sonic even references Miles per hour, which is Tails' actual name. And the fact that they have the end credit scene, which they introduce Shadow, gonna be into the third movie. Like, the people in that theater lost their mind. Like, they absolutely lost their mind. It was as if, like, the way I felt going to a Marvel movie and then introducing Thanos at the end of the first Avengers movie. Like, that is what it felt like to Sonic fans. All the Sonic fans, when they showed Shadow, they just lost their damn mind. And it was something really cool. I've always been a Sonic fan my whole life. Ever since, I played that first game on the Sega Genesis, ever since I was a kid, I've been a Sonic fan. Not the hardcore Sonic fan, but a pretty big Sonic fan. And for them to do this movie and do it so well and do it so justice for the character and do it with so much respect. That's the thing. They do it with so much respect when other video game properties just don't do it, right? Whether we're talking about a Tomb Raider or a Resident Evil or an Uncharted or the new Mortal Kombat or the Halo series right now on Paramount Plus, where for some reason they decide it's a great idea just to, have Master Chief with his helmet off 95% of the time and then showing us his bare ass for some reason I don't understand. You can see where Paramount and the people behind this movie cares about the source material, and they show it respect. They take this movie and this property and they do it with so much respect and care that even the stuff that I didn't like about the movie, I overshadow that with the stuff that I absolutely love. There are parts in this movie that I didn't really care about. There was this wedding scene where these people were undercover or whatnot, and it just didn't make any damn sense, and it lasted about 5 to 10 minutes, and it didn't need to be in a movie. They could have just cut it out completely. But even though I didn't like that scene, there was so much in this movie that I did like. All the stuff with the family, the father-son dynamic between Sonic and the guy who plays Cyclops, the whole dynamic between those two, I really enjoyed the dynamic and friendship between Tails and Sonic, the eventual, the team up between Knuckles and Sonic and the mutual respect between those two. Like, all the emotional stuff hit. Then you had all the other stuff, whether it be the giant Robotnik robot at the end, which pays tribute to the Sonic 2 video game, and Super Sonic, which also pays tribute to Sonic 2 video game. And it was just a great blending of taking the Sonic 2 game and the Sonic 3 game, blending it together. And you can see that they did it, and it wasn't sloppily done. They were able to capture the essence, the sweet and playful Sonic the Hedgehog in this movie, and that's what I really liked. That's really what I really liked, was the fact that they were able to stay true to these characters. Never once did I go, that's not Sonic. Well, that's not Robotnik. Tails wouldn't do that. Every one of those characters acted like the characters should act. And I just thought it was amazing. So with that said, that is my thoughts on Sonic 2. Once again, I want to plug my video game channel over there, guys. Like I said, I got news, reviews, reaction, live streams, everything up over there. If you guys can go subscribe to that, I would appreciate it so very much. The link is in the description box below, as well as a pinned comment, so please show your support. Also, guys, be sure to smash the like button, leave a comment in the comment section below. Did you guys see Sonic 2? What did you think about it? What were some of the likes and dislikes about the movie? I personally think that Sonic 2 went above and beyond, and I personally think that it was the only movie that has dethroned Mortal Kombat as the #1 movie. I really do. I think Sonic 2 was done so well and treated so respectfully that I think it's definitively, in my opinion, the best video game movie ever made, now dethroning the once Mortal Kombat. But that's just my thoughts. I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. And until next time, as always, I'm Robert Storms, and that's my opinion.